we have Tammy Burke. She's down at the bottom if you're in gallery view. Tammy is one of our studio artists at the NOCO Art Center, and she has brought two collaborators to propose a project to us tonight. So Tammy, you want to introduce your collaborators?
We have with us tonight people that I have been working with for the past, since mid-September about this project that we're going to present to you all tonight. One is a gentleman who needs little introduction, and that would be Bob Hill under the name of Janet's iPad.
That's right, my alien. Thank you. Good to be here.
Welcome.
Thanks, John.
And also we have Karen Bryant, who Bob was kind enough to introduce me to when I approached him about this project. And she is a phenomenal person. She's a master gardener, and she's a flower gardener specifically. So
yep, love me some flowers.
Essentially what I'm going to tell you about this evening is an idea called the Paint Box. And it is a color theory garden, and I hope that you come away with this knowing that this is more than a pretty place. So I also thought I would throw in some imagery reiterating the tie between art and the experience of living with purposely planted plants and flowers, and not even including the most obvious connections, which would be, say, Claude Monet's garden paintings from Giverny. So art and gardens have gone hand in hand for hundreds of years. The location we're talking about, and I do have diagrams, is on the alley side corner of the building, on the back of this building that I'm in right now. And from what Emily has told me, this is going to be a soon-to-be activated pedestrian way, which is all the more reason to make it exciting. And with the why, I've been writing about this as I've been working on the project. And I'll quickly read this to you, but with such a visual development that has taken place at the NOCO Art Center, a garden is a next logical and achievable step. This garden will include special plants to signal an unusualness of place and imagination. A garden teaches, engages, has needs, but is also independent. Plants are for everyone. The back alley is a sort of secret place and another entry point to the marketplace area at NOCO. The proposed garden will provide not only enchantment and wonder to visitors, but opportunities to learn about dyeing processes and other things. Some of the plants in this garden have been specifically chosen for their dyeing capabilities, such as madder, coreopsis, and indigo. So this is a Google satellite view of the location I'm talking about. So this is how it looks now, and this is the vision. An overhead vision, of course. As you see, we have 3 blocks of color, the primary colors of red, yellow, and blue. Blue is a tough color in flowers. They all kind of tend to look a little purple, but they are still blue. And the idea being that in color theory, also in Impressionism, is that when you have blobs of color intermingling, the eye mixes those secondary colors. This is the proposed location as it is today, and this is the vision. Now this is a mature vision. Should we get to do this, it's not going to look like this very soon. So this is the sort of thing that will mature over time and only get more robust and beautiful as we go. Again, the current state and the proposed state. And also point out that those black trellises you see there have been donated by Bob Hill. They are original Civil War era window frames from the quadrangle that he's had for 20 years and wants to put them to a good and meaningful use. Another view and the vision. So as you see, it does not hide the water tank. It rather complements the water tank and makes you want to come around the side of the fence to see what's going on. Also, let me go back. The tall grasses in the larger containers are meant to evoke the idea of a paintbrush. So we have the paint and the brushes there. Also, with this board fence, it would be a good opportunity to hang some artwork, say, on the alley side of the garden. So this is the cast of flowers, and I'm just going to quickly go through them. And they were selected and arranged by Karen. beautiful colors. And Karen, being a master gardener, has not chosen these plants willy-nilly, but with purpose and attention to their growing needs and the height of where they will go. Here we are, yellows. I see something that says 2 more. Are people asking me questions?
No, sorry. I had some people sitting in the waiting room.
Okay. So here we are with the colors. And this is an example of the blue stem that would imitate the form of a paintbrush, elevated up around the rest of the garden. Plants with black foliage has such a striking appeal, and I hope that those will add to that sense of unusualness of place in what I hope to achieve with this garden. Also, another plant that is so amazing is a cotton plant that has black foliage, so that when it blooms, here you have a striking dark foliage and the white pops of color. And so many people have never even seen a cotton plant, and the real realization that what we have on our bodies comes out of the ground in so many cases. Not only will this be beautiful and a moving place to be, is that it will attract pollinators and wildlife. And some of these plants, this is milkweed, and it has been chosen specifically because monarchs love it. And Bob Hill knows some things about monarchs. He has a new monarch way station on his property, so he knows about it. Also, little creatures like hummingbirds who happen to love red plants specifically. I see them outside my own windows hovering around different plants. We all know how important the honeybee is, and especially when you think about what it's like right there now, where it's very concrete and metal. This is going to create a new environment, and we're going to have things buzzing around and maybe running around too. So let's hope. This, I did hope to get a better photo, but these are the trellises. One is actually here in the building right now, and the other one is still at Bob's, but those are from the quadrangle, which we all know and love. And I think it would add a wonderful bit of true, authentic Jeffersonville history. I turned to dyeing activities because that's my area. I've done dyeing with both synthetic and natural dyes. It is fun. If it's fun for this 46-year-old woman, I think it would be fun for anyone, and would be an easy way to get people involved in something that would have a result that could then be put on display. Let me step back. But indigo specifically, which is in the plan, people have been dyeing textiles with indigo for more than 6,000 years. So when you do those things, you're mimicking an activity that's been going on for more than generations, for cultures, like for whole millennia. Can you tell about history? Coreopsis, that's another dye plant, as well as marigolds and the roots of the madder plants. And these are just some examples of the dye color you can get with the particular dye plants. And of course, with over dyeing, you can create the whole spectrum, which is the basis of color theory of using red, yellow, and blue. With those colors, essentially, you can create the whole rainbow. And so I think our greatest hopes are that there are projects we can't even imagine yet out of this garden, and that others will see how they can create beauty with plants, and that this place will be a super special destination as the shipping containers have become. And that it will be a point of community pride and care, which I think the volunteer aspect will really help with that. And that this garden and its experiences will just be the beginnings of many things and not just one end.